Aloha, everyone. Jody Mountain here with Lineage of Light on the island of Maui and more of the Ancient Wisdom series. Wishing you the happiest of New Year's. Hopefully, this year will surprise us all with its brightness and beauty. And if we look for it, we just might find more than we would have. So, wishing you a wonderful, healthy, and happy 2021. So I'd like to talk today about what I call cellular presence. And that is an awareness of our whole system coming into attention, coming into presence with this moment, no matter what's happening. We tend to isolate ourselves or predominantly focus in our brain and our eyes and our ears and our understanding, which contains a lot of different filters of the way that we have been programmed in this life. And so when we participate in cellular presence, when we put our attention towards arriving in this moment with the participation of all of our whole family, of our cellular being, we end up having the benefit of all of that mana. So there's a tremendous amount of energy in the body, and particularly the energy of what is passing through the body, allowing us to be alive. And that is the energy of the mystery and the energy of spirit and the generative and regenerative energy that is our life force. That is what I can call sometimes our spirit force. So in this work of Keala Hoku, we do many physical practices to allow those channels from the consciousness in the body to rise and to be heard more by our waking brain. And so as we open those doorways more, as we do more and more allowing, what can happen is we can be surprised by both what is rising inside of us and what we're perceiving from the outside, a kind of opening new dimensions really of seeing. So what it opens up for us is, in fact, something that I call our perceptive field. Our perceptions, in my experience, have been limited to my eyes and ears and brain. But when I work with cellular presence, when I cultivate cellular presence, what happens is my whole field is perceiving and allowing more of me to meet this moment. So as we move into this new year, I could encourage you or could suggest that you drop into practices which enhance your listening. I'm going to post one of my guided meditation journeys on here along with this video, because that's one way that you can start to open the channels from the body to the mind, is just by completely relaxing and allowing the tissues to let go, allowing the muscles to let go, and then just allowing your attention as it's guided to dwell in a larger space, in a larger opening than where we normally dwell. And so I'll add that as a possible practice for you. This morning we did a flying practice. Flying is another of the practices that we do in Keala Hoku. It's called Ka'alele'au in Hawaiian, and in English it's flying, and it's a mystical movement that is done with the whole body. It's kind of like a dance. And we end up stepping into the shape of the infinite. And as we take the shape of the infinite, that same shape that is vibrating, that is moving in this way, deep in our bodies, deep in the stars, deep in the way our planet moves through space, following the sun, the solar system. All the planets are kind of moving like this as the whole solar system pours through space. So that motion is reflected and is alive almost everywhere in every living thing. And so as we step into that, we tend to ignite that resonance of the infinite inside of our own bodies. And in that way have a wider listening available, being able to listen more rather than control and impose our ideas of anything. Because the infinite and the great mystery and the great spirit know so much more than we will ever know. And so when we open to listen, we are opening to maybe being able to move in a way that we never would have been able to, or never would have foreseen. So I kind of think that that's what these times are calling for. These times are calling for more listening and more ability to connect with ourselves, with our life force on the inside. And in that way, we find a foundation that supports us. Because what's really happening in any given moment, more than anything else is happening, is creation itself. And so when we can find ways to drop into creation itself, I know it sounds big, but it's right here. If you touch your own arm, it's right there. If you touch your own legs, it's right there. Creation itself is what we are an embodiment of. And so this is the place that we can start. We don't have to go outside. We don't have to go into nature. It's helpful. But we don't have to. We can just sit with this breath, with this body, and open up the possibilities of more support, more light, more energy, and more ability to rest in that which is our life force. So I'll put that guided meditation journey video either in the link below, or I'll add a video. And we'll also be doing a monthly flying practice online on Zoom, which you can join. I'll put that link as well. And it'll happen every month on the new moon. So every once in a while, it's going to be $20 a class. And every once in a while, for a special event like the solstice or the new year, I will offer a free flying class. So watch out for those. And you can keep yourself posted of all that by subscribing to my newsletter at lineageoflight.com. Just sign up. I don't send out a whole heck of a lot of correspondence, but if there are special events happening, I certainly do. So that's lineageoflight.com. And for any deeper training, you can check out the offerings at lineageoflightonlineschool.com, and those links will be below. So if you don't go anywhere, if you don't go to any links or do anything, keep in mind this idea, this possibility of cellular presence, that more of you can arrive in this moment as we not go into the body to try and control what's happening and try and drag everybody along into this moment. It's more a process of letting go back into yourself and being quieter and quieter to listen to what's actually going on here in this cellular presence. So I hope you find that helpful for this new year that has arrived, and each moment can be a brand new experience of that year. So if any of the moments get you down, don't worry, there's another moment coming, and it can be different. Okay, everyone, if you don't want to miss anything in this series, you can subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you again. Aloha.